Good evening. Across the United States, citizens have taken to the streets in a nationwide movement dubbed the No Kings Action Day. These widespread protests are a powerful expression of discontent against the policies of US President Donald Trump. One of the largest demonstrations unfolded in St. Paul, Minnesota, drawing tens of thousands of participants and featuring prominent guests. For many, a clear highlight was the appearance of rock legend Bruce Springsteen. Standing on stage with his guitar, Springsteen performed a powerful protest song addressing the aggressive actions of the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, known as ICE. His lyrics specifically referenced a tragic incident earlier this year in Minneapolis, where two Americans were killed during an ICE operation. Springsteen's performance deeply resonated with the crowd. He sang, "We will stand up for this country and for the stranger in our midst," during one of the day's most significant rallies. His presence in St. Paul, just a few miles from Minneapolis, moved many in the audience to tears. A number of the demonstrators present had personally witnessed the weeks of unrest and violence firsthand. One protester shared her experience, stating, "I must say, in my life I have never seen such brutality and terrible behavior as in recent months." This sentiment was echoed by thousands more who have participated in school strikes, demonstrations, and musical protests against ICE since late January. These peaceful protests aim to send a clear message. Numerous placards carried by demonstrators displayed the action's core motto, "No Kings." This slogan is directly aimed at the unilateral decisions and perceived fantasies of omnipotence held by US President Trump. Adding to the prominent voices in St. Paul was left-leaning Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont. Senator Sanders used his platform to demand an end to the Iran war and delivered his characteristic sharp criticism of Donald Trump's governing style. He declared, "We will not allow this country to slide into authoritarianism or oligarchy. In America, we, the people, will govern." Protests were not limited to a few major cities. People gathered in all 50 states. While some of the largest demonstrations occurred in metropolitan centers like Chicago and Los Angeles, hundreds of smaller cities and towns also saw a significant turnout. In New York City, political influences mingled with the crowds. One such figure was Harry Sisson, a Democrat supporter who articulated the widespread anger, saying, "Many people are angry about the economy, the covering up of the Epstein Files, or that we are currently at war and Donald Trump just goes golfing. That is treason against the American people." Ahead of the demonstrations, the White House downplayed the significance of the nationwide protests. A spokesperson dismissed them as mere therapy sessions, suggesting only journalists and chronic Trump critics would be interested. However, many observers view these widespread gatherings as a clear sign of growing dissatisfaction with Donald Trump's presidency. While Republicans largely continue to support President Trump, overall approval for his policies has declined. A recently published IPSOS poll indicates that only 36% of Americans are satisfied with his work. This shift in public opinion has ignited hope among Democrats who are now looking to secure a majority in the United States Congress during the midterm elections this autumn. The No Kings movement underscores a significant period of political polarization and active civic engagement across the nation as citizens express their concerns and push for change. What's your take on No Kings protests? Sweep US against President Trump? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.